Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. Today, Rafa says if we have something to say, we should say it. The last thing the victim saw was not the ground at the Plaza Devotion. This can only mean that he was killed elsewhere. What? What? Hutch? What? Oh, I thought that was a gallery. Then, where do you propose the victim was actually killed? Yeah, tell us. Otherwise, your argument is worth it. About that. I hadn't gotten that part yet. I did. Any ideas, Maya? Let me think. Well, it's somewhere green and shaggy, right? I mean, okay, yeah. It's moss. You're not wrong. It's shaggy. Sure. Right, where could that be? What is it, Barbhead? Giving up already? No. And where have I seen something green shaggy? That's it. Scooby-Doo. Also here. Take that. The secret hideout the rebels were using. The rebel hideout? Was there this place anywhere in on the floor in that chamber? You're absolutely right. There's no place. On the floor, anyways. And then what did the victim see in his final moments if not the floor of the rebels' hideout? Well, I mean, the handprints are very fucking obvious, right? I don't think, man, I've been around moss a lot. I used to hang out in the woods a lot. That sounds weird, Chronos. I mean, that's where we used to drink. But at the same time, among other stuff, at the same time, actually, yeah, we used to have a lot of parties in the woods. Memories that are all not that great. Some are pretty good, though. Anyways, what were we doing? All right, Phoenix Wright. Anyways, present. Take that! Yeah, I don't think moss does that. Well, okay, so I think moss could do something like that if it's a light layer and your hand pulls it off. I don't think moss could do an imprint like that, though. Not that it's a game, Chronos. I know, but I don't think you could do it that perfectly. Oh, I didn't read that at all. One second, Phoenix. I gotta go back. The shaggy green surface the victim saw was one of the moss-covered stone slabs. As you can see, there are two distinct hand-shaped impressions on the moss. I believe the victim was killed while he stood there with his hands pressed against the slab. Like execution style? It does agree with the seance vision. However, one cannot definitely declare that they are one and the same. I concur. There's no proof that the murder occurred in the rebel hideout. Indeed. What evidence do you have of this? The blood? I've already shown you the evidence. What do you mean? Please take a look at the second version of the photo I just showed you. I drew on it. You can see the results of the luminol test I performed in the rebel hideout. No, you can't. You can see me where I drew on it. This is proof positive that someone had been bleeding in front of the stone slab. And that I had a marker on me. Is this true? This information has already been provided to the police. Detective Sky, to whom does this blood belong to? Huh. We thought it was the High Priest's blood that flowed in from the outside, so we haven't actually tested it yet. Then you must do so at once. Oh, yes, Your Majesty. Just whips out a lab. It's like, where did you hide that? It appears the police have finished the testing of the blood. Detective Sky, your report, please. The blood found in the rebel hideout belongs to Perazalot, just like the defense claims. Detective Sky, do you realize what your blunder has done to me? When this trial concludes, I want to see you in my prayer chamber. There I will deliver a joyous sermon unto you for 8 hours straight. I think torturing your workers is actually illegal in most countries. Nick, maybe, just maybe, this is the chance we've been looking for. I'd hope so. It's fucking all we got. Hate to do this to Emma, but go for it. Fuck her up, Nick. The victim was killed in the rebel hideout the day before the purification rite. Then, his body was moved to the Plaza Devotion by someone we've met yet to identify. So when we thought we saw Acolyte Zealot praying during the rite, he was already dead, which is very creepy. Ah! Someone move the fan, please! And that's not all. If he was killed at the Inner Sanctum, that would explain one thing. And that would be... By the time the death was made to look like it was actually... that it looks later than it actually was. The proof of which was left behind at the Sanctum. This points to how the time of this death was made to appear later than it actually was. It was cold, right? Is it the newspaper? 1 second. Ice, snow, no. Weather forecast. The area around the Interstate will enjoy calm, clear skies. However, we'll see a cold front over overnight. Okay. Yes?
Take that!
You truly believe that could affect the estimated time of death? And why not? Yeah, why not? You bitch! Okay, so not that. I should have saved. I'm really bad at this game. I did really good in the last game. I did really fucking good in... Oh, wait, was it the last one or the one before that where I didn't, like, get fucking almost anything wrong? I don't even remember anymore. I'm gonna save, though. I'm a goddamn prosecutor now. My perfect record is ruined. You never had a perfect record, Chronos. That's... Yeah, that's not wrong. Okay. Something new. Something blue. Something from you. No. On the 8th. What the fuck was the 8th? That's not a good statement, Maya. Okay. So it's not the newspaper. Don't make me look it up again, game, please. It's not that. I mean, I do like the song. It's very good. My badge? No, probably not. So, not newspaper. Okay, trust in me. Cause of death, blood loss from deep admin. Mark on his face was one born of all members, Crane. Okay, cool. Pictures of a dead body. Snow? Snow. Maybe this picture? Okay, we'll come back to that. Bad statement. That's, I don't know. The alphabet killer, I guess. Not useful. Does not help, probably. Okay. Snow. Snow. It's gotta be that picture then, right? Yes. You just saved, Chronos. I know, but... Still saving again. Snow. Music didn't stop. It was right, though! Why, these are the photos of the Inner Sanctum. Now, that's a photo of a dead body. I'd like you to focus on this one. The proof is right there in the photo. This is how the time of death was made to appear later than it really was. Do you see how the snow has been removed from this one spot only? That's because it was used to keep the victim's body cold. And that's why the time of death wasn't what it seemed. The time was a mistake? And this place too? And just what do you believe that proves? That my client is innocent. What are her fingerprints on the dagger? And the Plumed Punisher theme in the victim heard? You haven't failed to address these two key pieces of evidence. Irk. I see your point, but I refuse to acknowledge him. Wasn't that your big chant, Nick? Yes, chance and not chant. I was really hoping that the difference in location could invalidate either the weapon or the theme song from being used as evidence against you. But the theme song can. Yes, I snapped my fingers. Don't know if the mic picked it up, but actually that might be possible, at least for one of them. Really? What this? You say you can contradict our argument with a cheap piece of evidence? Very well, let's see you try. Nick, take a good look at the rebel hideout photo. The defense can validate this piece of evidence, the theme song. The Plumed Punisher theme? Just how do you intend to support such a claim? Since the murder happened in the rebel hideout, there's something there that played the theme song, other than my client's strap. That sounds... It's not supposed to sound like that, okay? Chronos, you fucking child. And get your mind out of the gutter. Look, it wasn't the strap-on, is that true? This item played the Plumed Punisher theme song. I think I need more sleep.
Take that!
This is the Plumed Punisher alarm clock. I believe the victim heard its alarm go off. What proof do you have that alarm went off?
Objection!
What proof do you have that it didn't? Oh yeah, what proof do you have that it was my client's strap that played it? Don't twist the facts with your lordly wiles. Either way, the accused would still be guilty based on her prints on the murder weapon. And here's what really happened. Okay. The victim stood with his hands on the stone slab in the hideout. Woo. It was the afternoon the day before the rite. Though there has been some twists and turns, that is the truth of what happened. I won't get anywhere until I eliminate the dagger. Most impressive, your benevolence. I see no inconsistencies anywhere in the prosecution's case, because I am blind. Yeah, what are the inconsistencies, Chronos? There is one. Phoenix even said it. Yeah, but what is it, Chronos? We're getting to it! Try you might, the outcome will always be the same. What's the inconsistency? Phoenix, help! Plumed Punisher theme, heavy! Gah! Okay, alright, okay, alright, okay, alright. I don't know. Okay, start at the beginning. Victim stood with his hands on the stone slab. Yep. Okay, it was the afternoon of the day before the rite. Sure. Someone was there, and the Plumed Punisher filled the air. Okay. The accused plunged her knife into the defenseless victim's neck. Okay, that's what we're trying to discredit here. Okay, the blade struck true, and in an instant, he departed from this world. Maya, can you just channel the fucker and ask him what he was doing? I know they can mess it up and lie, but still, come on. All right, sure. I don't fucking know. Okay. Heavy. So he was being pushed by the wobbly stone, right? Okay. It was falling on him. Then, I think I said something like that last time, right? Because they were wobbly. But he got stabbed in the back, and you're to blame. That's not the song, Chronos. It is now. The Plumed Punisher theme glows a bit here and there. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what I would put this against, though. The blade struck true. The instant he departed this world. Maybe there where the blade struck true? It was pretty fast, mind you. It wasn't like... I don't know. Okay, 1 second. Here. Maybe heavy.
Objection!
No. Your benevolence. Isn't this statement... No, okay. Inconsistent? I think not. Exactly. That's where... Okay, we've already seen that. I thought it was going to be new. Sure. Fuck you, game. All right. So, yeah, you know, I did look it up again. And, like, the growing trend for this series is I had the right idea. It's heavy. I just didn't have the right statement. So, present heavy.
Objection!
Or the right frame, too, I guess. The victim was originally thought to have been stabbed while bent over in prayer, but he was actually standing with his hands against the stone slab. So the question is, where did the sensation of something heavy come from? Yes, I see your point. Also, Maya's what, 90 pounds? Wet, maybe? She's, like, thin. I'm not sure how tall she is. She doesn't seem that tall. Probably, like, okay. 28-year-old, probably like 100, with her size, probably like 100 and maybe 120, maybe. I don't know how tall she is, though. She looks thin as fuck, though. So I don't know. She wouldn't be 90 pounds. She would definitely probably look emaciated if that was the point, but still. Oh, you know what? I have my phone right here. Are we really going to Google average weight for a 28-year-old woman, Chronos? Yes. Average weight for a 28-year-old woman. I guess I probably should put country too, right? The average... Wait, that stupid fucking AI. The average weight for a woman between the ages of 20 and 29 is 165. Really? Interesting. Okay. I've known some very small women in my life, so I guess... Oh, you know what? Average Japanese. They tend to have lower averages than us. Not the ideal weight. There's no such thing. Well, for health-wise, I guess. No, that doesn't help. What is the Japanese beauty standard for weight? I think we're treading on some thin ice right now. Non-Hispanic Asian, 132. Hispanic, 169. Non-Hispanic white, 170. Non-Hispanic black, 187. That's from medicinenet.com. So you know it's accurate, right? Yeah, so probably not. They probably don't even have this information. And fucking Google keeps bringing up the... Oh, wait. So the AI finally got the 28-year-old and nationality right, because before it was like, the average weight for a 39-year-old, which I didn't misspell, it's 28-year-old Japanese woman is around 115 pounds. That's what the AI says, so it's probably wrong. But I think we spent enough time on this. This form from japanguy.com to 2008 is 110. That seems very small, but I guess the average Japanese woman in this website is 5'2", which is pretty small. Right. Anyways, yeah, we wasted enough time on that. So I don't know. Yeah, I see your point. Since the victim wasn't standing, he couldn't have been held down. Then tell us, Mr. Wright, what was that heavy sensation felt by the victim? Oh, I thought that was Maya. What caused the heavy sensation Zell felt? Any thoughts, Maya? sorry, I zoned out. I agree the sensation of heaviness seemed important, but there's also the matter of Zealot's hands on the stone slab. Why were they even there? Could it be related to the cause of the heavy sensation? Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any answer for us? Of course. One second, let me pull this out of my ass. If I just envision the state Zealot was in when he was killed, the cause of the heaviness the victim felt was the falling stone slab. The only conceivable cause is the stone slab falling over, trapping the victim underneath. What? Dots? Oh, the stone slab falling down on him, crushing him underneath. Right? That was the cause of head sensation the victim felt.
Objection.
While your theory is impressive, you have overlooked a key fact. The victim was not crushed to death, rather he was stabbed. Oh yeah. Or do you claim that the dagger was plunged in after the slab had fallen on him? Oh, imagine that! Being crushed to the point where you can't move, and then someone coming over, flipping you around and stabbing you in the spine. Plus, had the killer been behind the victim, they would have been crushed together. Well, would you care to explain it? Sure, I'd love to. That doesn't mean I can. How could the dagger have been plunged in after the slab fell on the victim? The killer couldn't have plunged the dagger into the victim after the slab fell on him. What if the murder weapon wasn't what we thought? What if the murder weapon wasn't what we thought it was? Well, there were other weapons in the rebel hideout, but the entrance to the hideout is right by the stone slab. There isn't enough space between the two to use any of the weapons found there. Yeah, you can use a gun there. I mean, it would be noticeable, but there's enough space. Yeah, that's not much space by the entrance, is there? Dog, you could, like, with the fucking knife even, too, you can just, like, reach around if you have long enough arms. What was the real murder weapon, then? I better think of something. If the murder weapon wasn't the dagger, then the dagger must have been plunged into the victim after he was already dead. That means he was stabbed at least twice, but the autopsy doesn't mention that. He must have been stabbed in the same spot with something sharp, shaped like a dagger. Blech. Will the defense care to offer an explanation sometime this century? And what about that sickle thing over there? Wait, wasn't there something dagger-like near the scene of the crime? Something that had a shape similar to the Warbaa'd dagger? Present your evidence at this time, Mr. Wright. Oh, fuck off. Okay, 1 second. Where's the diagram? No, the hideout diagram. Is there no hideout diagram? Why did I think there was a hideout diagram? Huh. Okay. Is it the bird? Why am I pointing at my screen like you fuckers can see me? Chronos, don't call him fuck. I'm sorry. I don't know. I've been doing that a lot recently. Like I'm pointing like I have my webcam on and I just don't. But is it the bird? The bird. Let's save.
Take that!
Is this not the photo from the scene of the High Priest's murder? Are you suggesting the murder weapon is hidden here within? This is what really took Pare Zealot's life.
Take that!
But that is the Warbaa'd statue. Exactly. The Warbaa'd statue had daggers like feathers protruding from it. Dangerously so, actually. That is what really took the victim's life. You imbecilic fool! The statue is outside of the hideout! Are you an idiot? Oh, okay, we already know that's a yes. But did you not get told how the entrance works? How do you propose to have impaled someone from the inside? Haven't you heard? Bird's the word! And the Warbaa'd statue also functions at the hideout's door. What do you mean? That's the diagram I was looking for. Statue being can pull a complete switcheroo. A switch-a-roo? To put it simply, it's a revolving door. A revolving door? Why, that makes perfect sense. Therefore, I believe the truth behind the divination stance is to be this. As the victim entered the secret hideout, the stone sculpture came toppling towards him. He threw his hands up in the air like he just couldn't care, but his weight forced him backwards. Unfortunately, the lava statue was right behind him. That is unfortunate. It's a Chippy! But the accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger. She held it while rehearsing the rite, which is when she heard Prince Scud on it. This is a shocking turn of events, but there's a great deal of circumstantial evidence in the defense's favor. I believe we must accept that the Warbaa'd statue was what killed the victim. Now that we know how Acolyte Zealot really met his demise, there's no basis for claiming my client committed this crime. Nah. Na-na-na-na-na-na, like sticking his tongue out. Nice work, Nick! How can this be happening yet again? The divine stance is the only truth. No, your benevolence. You're fucking wrong. It's not the truth itself, but it is a means for shedding light on the truth. You understand now? Your kingdom needs lawyers so that they can interpret your insights. But that means I have been misinterpreting the voices of the spirits all this time? Your benevolence! Are you unwell? All the color has drained from your face. She is paler than me. What are you talking about? Well, okay, maybe not. Hey, we'll be fine. Continue proceedings without me. As you wish. You get $1 million baby yourself? No? Okay. That's a first. Feel kind of bad for her. I don't. Now then, I would have defense to continue. Please explain what you have learned from oh my god. Please explain what you have learned now that we know how the victim actually died. We got there eventually. Acolyte Zealot was killed in the hideout before the High Priest's murder. That means the body found at the Plaza of Devotion was moved there by the real killer. But only after the Warbaa'd dagger had been thrust into him, to make it look like the murder weapon. That does seem to agree with what we know. But why would the real killer go to such lengths? I have no fucking clue. I mean, I guess probably to frame Maya, right? Make it look like a serial murder? Yeah? It was an attempt to make my client look like a serial killer. That's right. The real killer planned all of this. This forged serial murder case. They did? That's it, Nick. Keep hammering away. Yeah? Your reasoning has more holes in it than cheese you foreigners do and so enjoy. Swiss cheese? Is that like a really popular I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. But is it like super popular, or do people think we always eat it? I guess? What? Like those putrid hole-ridden clumps of curds that only a rat like you could love. Your reasoning, much like your putrid hole-ridden brain, has putrefied. I don't have syphilis or worms. What's his deal with this whole putrid thing? I don't know, he's kind of an idiot. You have yet to overturn my argument that the accused is the killer. Careful analysis of the chain of events up to the killing exposes the truth as follows. Disguised as Lady Kira, the accused found the Red Old hideout the day before the murder. Right. But Acolyte Zealot had followed her there after noticing her suspicious behavior. Caught by surprise, she pushed the stone slab towards him. And we know the rest. never been to the rebel hideout in my life. When the high priest arrived at the sanctum the next day, he realized what she had done. Ow. That is when the accused murdered him in order to silence him. I believe Prosecutor Shimada has posed a compelling scenario. You do? The defense, on the other hand, has yet to disprove the accused's guilt. I mean, I guess you are, like, fanatics in this country's religion and culture, right? But still.
Objection!
Why would my client move back like Zealot's body to where everyone could see it? Also, how could she do that? And why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into the dead body? Look. You would have to be pretty fucking jacked, I think, to carry a full-grown man. Like, he's pretty big, right? Where's that picture? He's not tiny. He is way bigger than Maya. How the fuck would she carry him down the steps? That should be an objection of ours right now. Well, maybe she kicked him down the stairs like a slinky. Yeah, he would have, like, it would be noticeable. He wouldn't bruise because he was dead, right? Blood stops flowing, but he would have marks on him that he's been thrown down the stairs. Why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into a dead body? She had no reason to do any of those. The dagger in the corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of Lady Kira will slay to define dragons. That's why she moved the body to the plaza for all to see. Yeah, is the judge convinced too? Yeah, it's not that hard for prosecution to do. Thought I'd finally made some headway. We did, but they're idiots. Well, Mr. Wright, how about one of your groans of distress, is it not? Groan of distress? Kills me to admit this, but yes, I've had nothing to counter his argument, and I still haven't disproven the allegation against Maya. It's not time to end your futile struggle. Never! You were already judged guilty yesterday. This makes you a dead lawyer walking. Accept the death that now awaits you, and doing so, finally know peace. A dead lawyer walking, indeed. Then again, are not all lawyers who practice in brain? Apparently. I must admit, I misspoke earlier. Allow me to amend my statement. I said the defense's reasoning had to be putrid cheese like smelly. But I now realize the stench was from his own putrid body on the verge of death. Now I'm a rotting zombie. Cool. Bite him and rip out his brain. Think, who could have killed Zealot the day before the rite? Who knew about the rebel hideout and could gain access to it in their sanctum? Only those involved in the rite can enter the sanctum, so... Wait a second. Only a rebel would have known about the secret hideout. The only person who was involved in the rite had access to the sanctum. Who was involved in the rite? The only person who was involved with the rite had access to the sanctum. Instead of being a rebel. Oh, the high priest? Ah! Did something come to your mind? Yes, except there's one huge problem. A huge problem? What are you two going on about? Plotting your own escape from this sacred hall? It's not really sacred. I would not put it past you, considering you have no means to further objection. If I don't do something, Prosecutor Shimada will have this one in the bag. I'll just have to bluff my way out of this one, regardless of that huge problem. Your Majesty, I believe there is another suspect in Prey Zealot's murder. Even the most benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie. After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist. No, there is one person who knew everything. Does a figure truly exist? Tell us, who might it be? I believe the prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder is this guy. It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum and who knew of the hideout. And that would be the high priest. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the rite. You would pit a crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales. Well, I mean, they could tell tales. Have you no shame? Dead men tell no tales. There's definitely a problem. If only there was... if only the high priest could tell his side of the story. Hint, Maya. What? Did I tell on my face? Wait a second. Could this actually work? Oh no. Don't tell me I have some of my breakfast caught between my teeth. No, if there's even the slightest possibility, I have to go with it. Your Majesty, dead men do tell tales. Therefore, I would like to request the High Priest's testimony. His testimony? And just how do you propose we get the deceased to testify? There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as channeling. Summon him by the means of spirit channeling. What did you just say? Spirit channeling? Has the Lord finally gone insane? The sacrilege! May the Holy Mother strike him down! Peace. I'm frankly astonished you even know of such a thing. But the spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen Garan can perform. And Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform it at our pleasure. It really wouldn't be our pleasure. I suspect as much. I mean, our only hope is... Maya! You want to put some of that training to test? It's okay, Nick. You can tell them. But Maya, I thought you wanted to keep it a secret here in Karain. Don't worry. It's not like it's against the law or violates some religious precepts. I think it does, actually, doesn't it? So, I don't think it will be punished. At least, I hope not. This is a crucial period for you. You'll decide whether you become Master Karain. We don't have any other choice now, do we? Like, didn't you tell me it was something only the royalty can do? If I'm found guilty, it'd be a lot worse than not becoming the Master Karain. That's true. All right, thanks, Maya. Actually, there is someone here who's capable of channeling spirits. But even her benevolence, Princess Rafa, finds a divine science to be a challenge. Who could possibly have greater spiritual power than her, aside from the Queen? Maya, Pearl. That's it. Those are the only two. That would be me. Is this some sort of joke? A foreigner could not possibly have such a power. Even the royal priestess isn't capable of such a feat. Peace, peace, I say. Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the secret art of spirit channeling? Well, yeah, I can. Now, Your Majesty, we'd like you to permission to begin. Your benevolence. This is an outrage! An outrage, I say! First you make a mockery of the divine seance, and now spirit channeling? Well, we made a mockery of one. Our benevolence speaks the truth. Spirit channeling is sacred right. Foreign devils! I say they should be put to death immediately! Still your voice. Warbaa'ds spirit channeling is the most sacred and secret of arts. And are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose? I'm already fucking dead, right? So, hey. Your benevolence, are you saying you approve of their use of spirit channeling? I will judge whether their claim is true, if this is but another of their lies. I haven't lied once. They shall be executed on the spot. Very well then. Your benevolence, what if the accused accidentally calls forth a evil spirit? Do you truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits? Oh, no, but I wanted to be sure, as I am responsible for the safety of all present. And I have shit my pants. Well, an inexperienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit. But do not fear, for I have a Magatama of parting. Like from Dark Souls? With this, I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm by halting the flow of spiritual power. Can I hold on to that? Because I don't trust you with that. That is a relief indeed. Those foreigners have thrown down the gauntlet. Thrown down the gauntlet? I fucking slapped everyone's face with the gauntlet. Let us not shriek from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. Do I make myself clear, Prosecutor Shimudi? Perfectly, Your Benevolence. Very well. The accused may channel the High Priest spirit. But first, we must take a short recess to prepare. We will resume as soon as the preparations are complete. Until then, the court is adjourned. Wait, are we getting, like, a to be continued? Yeah, we are. Okay, cool. Well, that makes that last interruption that I'm not sure if I was clearly able to cut smooth at all. Anyways, yeah, you know what? Fine. That will be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Next time, I'm assuming we're summoning the High Priest. So, can't wait to see what goes wrong there. Bye!